I decided to share this video to help those who are struggling. Perhaps you might be struggling with your day-to-day lives for various reasons. Perhaps a failed relationship, going through a divorce, separation, not doing very well at school, your business not doing as well as you hoped it would, or you do not really like your job but have no way to quit or change jobs at this point in time due to your circumstances. So I'm here to share with you some life lessons that I've learned. Hopefully you might resonate with it and you might take certain actions to help yourself or seek help if needed. One lesson that I've learned in life is never to be a people pleaser. Now, I'm the type of person who is very kind-hearted, and I always think of others before myself. At the point of sacrificing my own comfort and security in order to make others feel welcome and safe. I've given up my home, I've given up job opportunities, I've given up plenty of business opportunities, plenty of offers, plenty of day-to-day comfort because I would like to see others smile. And even more than that, I like to hear other people say that this guy is a nice guy, he's a very helpful guy. And because of that, I've made plenty of self-sacrifices, and there are times when I go overboard doing that. What I mean by that is there were occasions where I struggled financially because I've helped others, and there have been occasions where I've lost business contract because I recommended others, believe it or not, during my quotation presentations, when I'm there to sell my course, I ended up promoting someone else's or recommending a colleague's course because I felt that they might be a better suited provider than myself. So I've lost contracts, I've lost friendships because friends found me to be a liar. You know, when you're a people pleaser, you try to play all sides. Something like, have you watched Survivor? It's like you're playing on one side, you tell somebody what they want to hear, and then you go to another person, you tell them what they want to hear. But you, in the end, when every one of these people gather together, they realize that, oh, you're playing all sides. You're telling them what they want to hear, but there's a truth that is hidden somewhere beneath you that you're not telling them. Eventually, when these people gather together, the truth comes out, and eventually you'll be found out to be a liar. That's true. You can't sugarcoat it. People pleasers are generally liars because we are not being true to ourselves. We just want to say what people want to hear because we want to feel liked. We want to feel like people can say this is one of the nicest guys that I ever met. But deep down, we are lying to ourselves, we are lying to people because we don't say what we truly mean. So it's not good to be a people pleaser. It puts so much of stress, anger, anxiety on yourself. And eventually, people will find out the truth. And ironically, if you're trying to be a people pleaser, but end up pleasing no one because everyone will find out what kind of a fraud that you really are. So best to be careful if you are trying to people please. You can be kind and polite, but say no when needed to protect yourself. And when you protect yourself, you protect others from hurt as well because they get the truth. You really want to say no, just say no in a polite way. Say what you mean and you really mean what you say. A second life lesson is to embrace change. I've been someone who disliked technology. I've only switched to a smartphone sometime at the beginning of 2017. I owned a smartphone way back in 2010, but it was mainly for my nephew to play videos. Mainly I used my trusty Nokia K510i over the years. It gave me whatever I needed to. Phone calls, messages, and that's enough for me. But as you know, I was running a business and I was losing plenty of contracts because of that. People were chatting in WhatsApp groups and conveniently putting in quotations using their phones when they're outdoors. But for me, because I do not have WhatsApp and I do not have data plans, I lost out on various business opportunities and also personal life as well. So I realized especially over the past 3 years when I started doing YouTube videos, that embracing technology can be something really cool. I've learned how to develop and to modify and edit scripts and usage of AI and video editing software and apps. And this has helped me tremendously because I've been noticed a lot more often these days. I receive calls requesting for development of programs, especially my faceless videos that have been coming up over the past 1 month. People have noticed and are interested to learn more. So embracing technology can be something really cool. So do it. Can never know how much you can learn and how much you can be amazed by the opportunities that come your way when you learn to embrace technology. Another thing that you should learn is to appreciate what you have. A couple of years ago, I was homeless. I was living in the streets of Singapore due to various bad life choices. And when you're outdoor, when you're living in the cold, and when you're just sleeping on cardboard, you really miss the things that you take for granted. Just a comfortable bed, a roof over your heads to protect you from the weather, and just your parents or whoever that you interact with, just to say hello and just to have that human interaction. So you really appreciate those things that you take for granted. So be very grateful day to day for whatever you have. It can be very simple things: the food you eat, the water, clean water that you have to drink, the clothes that you wear, or just the general energy level that you have to do the things that you are doing daily. Just walking, eating. Remember, people are praying to have what you have. Someone in the world is praying to have good health, clean water, simple clothes. So be grateful for whatever that you have. And another thing that I'd like to share is, it's easy to say you're happy, you're strong, you're good when things are going well. Everyone is the same. Everyone feels great when things are going great. But it's only when things go wrong, when you're facing challenges, when there are plenty of obstacles in your path, that's when the true character of a person really shines through. How are you when things go wrong? How do you behave towards others when people make you angry, when there are so many stresses coming at once? That's when the true character or the real character of a person really comes through. So it's always good, if you are wanting to learn about somebody, go through something challenging with them. For example, it can be a challenging task, challenging conversation, something that makes them feel uncomfortable, something that makes you feel uncomfortable, because it's only through these challenging situations that your true personality comes through. Everyone's good when it's good, but you want to know how are you really when things come down to really pushing you to your absolute limits. So remember, these are things that you can learn, and hopefully you keep this in mind whenever life throws a curveball at you. It could be a challenge, it could be something that puts you down. Remember that sometime in these challenges, there will be a life lesson that you can learn. Take some time, 10-15 minutes per day, to think of all the challenges that you have encountered throughout the day, and think of what can you actually learn from this. Is it teaching you to be more patient? Is it teaching you to be proactive? Is it teaching you to want to learn a new skill? Is it teaching you to be more creative? There's something in there, in those challenging moments. We can't really realize it in the heat of the moment when you're feeling stressed and when you're feeling angry, guilty, or all the negative emotions. It's when you take some time off, do some deep breathing, move yourself away from that situation for a while. That's when you get clarity of mind to really think of what you can actually learn. And when you think of what you can learn, you can use it to prevent certain obstacles from coming, or when the obstacles do come in, you'll know how to solve them more easily. So I hope this video resonates with you. Let me know what you have in your mind. For example, if you have certain challenges you'd like to share with others, perhaps they might be having similar challenges. So if you share, others might have certain solutions. Sometimes two heads are better than one. Share. And for those of you who are struggling, my sincere words of encouragement: do not give up hope. If you need to speak to somebody, speak to somebody. You need to share your ideas with somebody, do so. But know that deep down inside, you have the ability to overcome it. It just takes time and effort. It might take baby steps, but if you take the baby steps, you will see some success. Hold on, and things will get better for you. Thank you very much for watching.